Bam!
Happy New Year!
Come on, everybody.
2019, welcome.
Woo-wee.
First one.
2019, Jess. Happy New Year, everybody. Listen, it's been a long time since I last saw you. It was last year. But man, we are going to punch 2019 in the face. I'm telling you, we have so much planned.
Yeah, it's going to be a big, big year. Very big year.
Huge. I'm telling you, the stuff that Waterbox is getting ready to do and give you guys is going to be insane. I mean, insane. I'm so pumped up. Woo! I got a fresh dose of aminos this morning. Chugging before we got in.
Pumped a little bit of iron. You were just
pumping iron a little bit over here. But listen, guys, we want you to share the stream, comment. Jess is going to handle all your comments today and questions. But Santa did drop off another MP40.
That's very nice of Santa.
It was very nice of him. So for our dream build that everybody's been following along, we do have one MP40 already on the tank. But now we're going to go ahead and add a second.
It's a big tank.
Huge.
Lots of flow. We're putting more coral in. You know, we want to get more flow going, and there's nothing better than the Vortex to do that. So,
come on, man. Like, listen, if you want to put the best on the dream build,
this is the best.
This is the best. So, so we got the MP40, and we're going to kind of show people how easy it is to kind of hook it up. It's very simple. Really great technology that the guys did over there at Ecotech.
Great features.
It is really just dynamite. So as we're putting the corals in and all, we're like, hey, we need a little more flow.
Yeah.
Real simple. A couple shout outs though. Scott Crow says, yes, we all are in the face.
In the face.
Come on now. Bam! I'm telling you. So, Fernie, Evan, dude, we got a bunch of people in here already starting to comment. Somebody already said they're picking up their 100.3 from Living Reef.
Joe Brewer said picking up his 100.3 on Friday from Living Reef. So excited. That's a great one. Shane says, hey guys, Happy New Year. So,
excellent. Happy New Year, dude. I am so excited, guys. You have no idea. My level of excitement inside is like ready to explode.
So's aminos.
I'm telling you. So let's go cracking into the MP40. Jess, what's inside the box?
All right, so we got our MP40. We're going to open it and do everything with you guys here.
Oh,
it's
this
so
whole
beautiful.
Thing? Wow. So this is exactly how it comes, guys, to your door. We got the controller here. We got the dry side, and then there's a wet side. So maybe we should explain to people how the pump, how does it mount? Like, what makes this unique?
One of the great things about the Vortex is that you don't have your motor on the inside and in the water. So you have a couple good features with that. Is you're not putting any heat into the water from the motor of the power head. And there's a lot of power heads out there where the whole thing is inside. Can actually heat up a lot of water and actually allows electrical current into your water. Then another thing is with the dry side is also what actually hooks up to the controller. You don't have cords in your tank. So when you're looking at your tank, you don't have cord running to the back. You know, it's very slim. The inside part of this is very small and slim design. So you get a lot of flow, but you don't have a big, bulky power head sitting in your tank.
So this is going on this. So the glass would be here, and then the motor on the outside.
Yes, so your cord's on the outside, the larger motor's on the, your controller is all that. So, and then with your controller, this does more functions than any power head ever.
Absolutely, yeah, no, it's crazy.
And we're going to show you some of those of what to do, how to set it up, you know, when you have multiple of them. But you get the features that you can't get it with anything else.
Of course.
So,
I mean, it has different modes, guys. It has like the tidal swell, nutrient transport, pulse, gyre. It does all different types of things, and you can actually pair it with another pump so that they kind of talk back and forth to each other. So they're kind of working together.
It's amazing because the two pumps on however you have them configured are actually causing like the undertows and waves and stuff in your tank, and they're actually working together to make those wave patterns.
Absolutely.
And I've seen like tanks where you've just had standard power heads or not really power, and you go and put on some Vortex, and you kick those on, and the amount of gunk that comes up and out because you're actually getting proper flow and varied flow. It's amazing how much better these are for the tank and keeping it clean.
I love it. I think, guys, we need to jump right into the Pro 230. I know you guys have been following along with us. Let's go ahead and shoot over there, Keenan, and let's go start mounting this bad boy.
All right, and I'm going to do comments and answer questions as you kind of install.
Yeah, here we go. Very, very cool. Man, look at that tank. I mean, that tank is sick.
Beautiful.
Beautiful. Beautiful on the 230. Bam. And here we are.
So I Reef Coral, say hello.
Dang, guys, I'm telling you, this thing is
Good morning,
bananas.
Nancy.
Total bananas. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to set this on this opposite side. We've already got an MP40 running over here on this side, as you can tell. Really, really great. And we're pushing a lot of water this way. But now I'm going to have that opposite effect on it. And it's super quiet. I mean, you can't even hear this thing running. I mean, it's like
there's no vibration.
silent.
There's no noise.
Totally silent.
It's extremely clean.
For sure. So
you can see, like, that just kind of
to
blends in with the tank. It
Yeah.
doesn't.
I mean, check out these corals too, guys. I know a lot of people have been wanting updates on these corals. I mean, these are beautiful. I mean, beautiful corals, doing very, very well. Purchased from Eye-Catching Corals. I'm telling you, the tank is doing fantastic.
I think they'll be excited to get a little bit more flow in there, a little bit of back and forth wave. You'll actually probably see the corals extend even a little bit bigger by
Yeah, you
adding
can see
some
the
more
flow here. I mean, you can see how the coral it's all kind of pushed in one direction a little bit, because that's why we're kind of pushing the water this direction. So now we can kind of get that thing kind of moving back and forth. It looks really, really sharp, man. I love looking at this tank. It's just doing fantastic. Really, really great. Look at that guy. That's Mango. Come on now. Mango
the star of the dream
the
build.
star of the dream build. But, so, coming out of the box, there is the controller, and then this is the dry side. Real simple. And what we're going to do is actually, before we get started, I'm going to feed this through the back.
Okay.
So if you can hold this dry side, I'll get the, here we go with that side there. Let's see if we can bring this around. The lights here.
There we go.
Perfect, perfect, perfect. All right, I'm just going to feed this down through here.
There we go.
All right, perfect.
And we got you two controllers right next to each other.
Yeah. So
Easy to sync, and all the
For
cords are
sure.
hidden again.
Yeah. Now, they also, Ecotech gives you these thickness spacers. Different ones, if you guys can see, for different types of thickness of glass. So, because this goes on the dry side, and because this is such a thick tank,
Yes.
I mean, this is 3/4 inch glass, so it's going to take the biggest one, if probably doesn't even really need one.
No, you wouldn't use, but the spacer is going to be for that it can go on thinner glass. They make their product very versatile, being able to fit on a lot of different sizes of tanks. So the thickness spacer is going to just allow it to function on pretty much any glass thickness within the range that they say.
Absolutely. So one of the first things to do is to, they come with these little sticky things here. Really neat.
Everything you need is in the box.
Everything you need
You
is
are
in the
good to
box.
go.
So we're going to position where we want to put the pump, and then we kind of mount this sticky right to the glass. And I like to do it right at the waterline level, you know, so that there's, because if you put it a little bit higher, you'll start seeing the cord a little bit.
Yeah.
So I drop it just right below it, so the top of this is with the top of the water level.
What that does is it holds your
Holds
cord
it, right.
and gives some support to the weight, because the outside is the motor, so it is a little bit on the heavy side, and you don't want it pulling down on the
Right.
glass, because it's going to be pulling the inside with it, and you're going to be straining the motor, and it's not going to work nearly as well. So you want to be able to have this fully supported by having that. And usually with this, I mean, on this size tank, like right around the same spot as the one on the opposite side.
Yeah, that's
be-
pretty darn close right there. So I'll put it right here. Just like that.
And if you do not use these, you can, where your Vortech will actually just drop off.
Yeah, you don't want that.
Just because of the weight, so you don't want to skip this part.
Correct.
And it keeps it really clean looking.
So, and what happens is they give you the zip ties real easy, so you can just run this through the pump, through the handle like that. Well, I call it through the cord, but that puts it on there tight so that if you let go of that, it's enough to hold it so it's not going to come crashing down on it.
And then usually you'll put like one more towards here, and that
Correct.
cord runs right along the water level, and you really don't even see it, doesn't get in the way.
Yeah. You need to put another one there, Jess?
Yeah. I think that'd be nice, yeah. Do a nice like
another one
straight
right
right
there.
along the water
Guys, if
line.
you have any questions at all,
I will be jumping over and answering questions in a second.
Jess can look at them.
So we'll put another little sticky,
Right here in the corner.
just like that. Perfect. And then we'll. You also put different directions, so if you can, if you want to run in a different way, you can easily do that. Pull that tight, and then when we're done, we'll just trim those off to make it real nice and clean.
Okay, neat and clean.
Boom, right on there. So, really, really nice, guys. And then once this cord stretches out, it'll be real nice and tight on there. It'll look really, really sharp. So now we need to get the other side on there. You can see, guys, it's a really unique design. It's almost like a boat propeller. I mean, really, really neat. I mean, this has been engineered so well. I mean, this is literally the best that's out there. I mean, it doesn't get any better than this. Now, they also make a smaller one.
Mm-hmm.
They may also make larger ones as well.
Yes, yes.
But I mean, this MP40 is I mean, this is a 230-gallon tank, 6 foot. This is plenty, you know, for this tank.
We have, let's see, Oscar says, good afternoon, everyone.
Boom.
Shane says, waiting on my own 230 Dream build. How many pounds of sand did we use in this tank? I'm trying to remember back when we did it. Probably, what, 200, 180, 200
I'm trying
pounds?
to think. Yeah, that's about right. Usually it's about, you know, I'd say.
Close to like a pound per gallon is
yeah,
what you
pound per
average
gallon.
with sand if you're not going for a
sure.
super deep sand bed. So I want to say, I don't remember exactly, but probably right around 180 pounds of, and we use live sand on this one.
Yeah. Now, also, they do provide a like a little sponge that goes over the intake. Completely optional.
This is good to keep snails out. If you have a lot of small fish, it's good for that. Also anemones, it does help them from like going right in and being chopped up. Some anemones do love to wander, and they always tend to wander to a power head. So they are good. But the only thing is, do not leave that on there if you're not going to clean it regularly. It will block the flow and get really gunky.
Yes.
So you do want to make sure that it's well maintained if you use that sponge on it.
He's trying to eat my sponge.
Mango eats everything.
Listen, I'll take this off, so I don't want him eating the sponge.
Yeah, we don't, because they're far away from any rock. And we don't have anything real small in here that would be a threat in those. So in this scenario, I don't think we need the covers on them.
So also, Jess, I'm going to hand you this setup guide.
So you can kind of show them through the instructions. Very, very easy to install. And it kind of shows you. There's also a link on a YouTube of how to pair all the Vortex and get them programmed.
Yeah, if you want a video guide to it, you know that. But basically, it's going to be your regular, showing you everything that is in there. For the spacers, it's going to tell you which one to use for what size glass. Pretty self-explanatory, everything that comes with it. General maintenance, you do want to keep anything like your regular pumps clean. Take them out, clean them during water changes, make sure the impeller doesn't get bound up with any algae. You know, that's going to be important. So we've done the installing of the Vortech, and what we're going to do is set up the main and secondary power heads so that they actually communicate together when they do their flow, which is a great feature. Allows you to really have a lot of different flow patterns, and the pumps actually work together to make it.
Yeah, I'm just trying to plug in all the stuff here so it get some power here. All right. But yeah, guys, I'm sure you got some questions here.
Let me see if anyone has. Chris Kent says, sand, water, rocks, going to my new 130.4 tomorrow afternoon. Can't wait to get it cycling.
Very nice.
Yes.
Very nice.
Nancy says, I got my cabinet built, room almost reorganized to set up my 28.2 frag next to my other brand tank. Laugh out loud. We have here, you guys see the different buttons on the actual controller. So everything you do is done from the controller itself. So it's going to let you choose your different wave pattern, your speed. This is also how he's setting up the main and secondary of the power so they communicate and sync together. You can, it's going to basically your mode, your set button. This is your speed knob, and it's actually going to have, based upon what flow pattern you pick, will be the color of the knob. So you can actually look at it and know which pattern you're in whenever you have it set and change it pretty easily. So you don't have to have this set up to a computer or anything to control it. It's all done from the controller. I think right now what you're doing is setting up for them to sync together. So here is showing, and we'll go through the different wave patterns, but each color has the different wave pattern of what it is. So green is you're just basically on. You got EcoSmart, random, short pulse, and gyre, and then it's going to have where you can set like frequency of those.
Which one do you think you'll be using first?
For this one here, have you decided which one you wanted to use, Dean?
For which one? What is that? I'm not.
For our mode, for our power
Oh no, I
heads on
haven't.
here?
Yeah, I'll leave that up to you. Whatever you want to.
Okay. We'll probably, I think Reef Crest random. It's a high energy reef flow pattern. So we're just having it as a bigger tank. We've got a lot of corals that like flow, like the hammers and the frog spawns. We got our plate corals. I think that's a good one to start with. Just it is going to give a lot of back and forth flow for those and keep our sand bed nice and clean as well. So, but that's a Reef
All right.
Crest.
Which color? Which one did he pick?
Reef Crest random is for your yellow.
Yellow. Okay. There we go.
Whoop, whoop.
Whoop whoop.
Hey. So with the Reef Crest random, it's a high energy reef environment indicated by both a yellow control dial and the first two blue LEDs illuminated. But you've got, there's basically an on. You can always use the nutrient export is a good one that we find to be pretty popular. It is good for basically like pulling detritus up. Oh, you can see them moving.
Wow, look at that.
Oh, that had them.
That'll be a little bit.
Look at that.
It's like,
Wow.
what's going on?
These corals are like, what just happened? Now we've got some flow in here.
Yeah. You wanna
Look at that. Dude, that is sick. Sick. And there's also a chart on Ecotech about the flow of what type of corals you're trying to keep. You know, if there's LPS corals or SPS corals, they actually tell you the recommended flow rate for the tank.
Yeah, every coral is very different on how much flow it likes. You know, with your like hard stony corals, SPS, they ton of flow. Then, you know, softies, they like flow, but they don't need as much of it. And then what we have mostly in here is your LPS corals, and they will, their tentacles just moving around. They come off of very high flow reefs.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And Nem's not used to that. He's just
Yeah,
like-
and then the thing with them is you may have them move if you change your flow, so you don't want to keep
Yeah.
an eye on them.
Yeah, for sure.
And just make sure that if you need to change your setting or your flow speed at all, that you just kind of keep an eye on whatever.
Yeah, you can tell right away that the corals are starting to react.
But see, this play coral is actually leaning this way now, and you actually see it's going back and forth because it's actually getting so much different
Before
pattern.
it was all going one direction.
And you'll see as it changes, it'll...
As the flow pattern changes, it'll kind of move. But man, look at that torch in the back there. Look at it. You see it? Like, it's just... I mean, it's moving.
So Jesse says, what's the life expectancy of these power heads? These are going to last you a
long time.
Forever,
Probably
like a lifetime.
Life of the tank, I would assume so. I mean, you just also maintain them, right? The wet side, you need to go ahead and take them off, soak them.
Yeah.
You know, trying any coralline algae that builds up on them.
If you let them get gunked up, it is going to have stress on the motor. And also another thing with these, which is great, is you can get replacement parts very easily. So if you have the outside or something, you know, one piece has an issue, you know, you can easily fix it up. So it's not like a lot of those cheaper ones on the market where if something goes wrong with it, you're tossing the whole thing and you have to go buy a new one because there is no replacements. So, you know, these really should last you the life of your tank. And yeah, like Chris Kent, Ecotech has excellent customer service.
They do, yeah. Their support line is fantastic. They have, you can email them, you can call them. There's always somebody there to help you out. But the product is really just top notch. Don't be fooled by, you know, some of these cheaper power heads and stuff that are out there. I mean,
and it comes down to, I mean, what we've talked about, and this is a dream build, but you get what you pay for when it comes to equipment for your tank.
Absolutely.
You know, they are going to be the best. They're going to last you forever. They're going to be the healthiest for your coral by giving the right flow. Your tank's going to stay cleaner. So having a good power head like this that can do all the different functions does make a big difference. Now you can just see the variety of the flow. I mean, it's so cool to actually see your corals moving in a normal, natural.
That's the key. You said like the natural environment. You know, you figure in the ocean. I mean, the constant swells and the tides and everything's moving. You gotta replicate that as much as possible.
Yeah, because a lot of it, I mean, most of your riders are just on in one direction.
Right.
Or it's like they turn on for a minute and then they turn off for a minute. Like there is no real true flow patterns, and these are well researched and developed flow patterns by Ecotech for these.
They have mastered this water movement.
Jason says, is one efficient enough for 100.3 or does it depend on how much life in corals? It does vary a lot.
It does, yeah.
I mean, generally in 100.3, I'm sure one of them would be good.
We have two small ones on our 100.3 that we have here. We actually have a Nero on one side and an MP10 on the other. So
I think a lot of times, like in that site, if you could do two MP10s versus 140, you're going to be better off because you're going to get more random flow.
Back and forth. Or two Nero pumps.
Yeah.
Because the Nero is another great option for moving a lot of water. You know, but because of the thickness of this tank and all, that's why we went with the MP40.
Yeah, and it's a 6-foot tank. You need the 40s on that one. But your flow needs will depend on what kind of corals you keep, how big your tank is, your rockwork structure. You know, there's a lot of variables. And if like you're doing all hard corals, so much flow is needed. I mean, you might need 2 or 3 of them to really get enough flow in there. So but everything looks.
I think we're good, Jess. I mean, we're all up and running. I think it turned out fantastic.
And it's just so easy. Like that was so easy to put on here. Get up and running.
Took like 5 minutes, up and running. It looks awesome. I mean, this is going to do fantastic. And I guarantee the corals are going to just love it.
They already look. I mean, the torches and stuff already look so much happier moving around.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. We'll go back to the studio and answer any questions that anybody might have. We are. Bam. Dude, look at that. That is so nice. The tank is coming along so well. We do need to get some more corals, I know.
And some more fish.
Rich is going to be like, more corals? But I think we're going to need it.
A few more fish in there.
Yeah, a couple more fish, you know.
Well, now the holidays are over. It's a good time. We can start stocking the tank back up and get her filled in. And
some other questions. I don't know if you asked, did you ask about the 20 cube stands back in stock?
I did not. I know.
We have more coming.
We do.
containers that are getting ready to just be dropping. So
Yeah, I think
Just a
like
couple
we're
weeks.
like one color we don't have in stock, but that'll be in within the week.
Yeah.
So we'll be shipping out those orders roughly in about a week for any of the cube stands that we don't have in. So that's no big problem. We got lots and lots of inventory coming in.
we also have, as you said, a shipment coming to us today.
Today we do.
the
We have
marine
like 3 pallets being delivered to
Yeah.
us today of all of the marine series.
Yeah.
So we're gonna be doing builds on those,
Yeah,
and
we can show people that as well, you know, as far as how the stand, how it's a little bit different. The tank design is a little bit different.
it is. And people that have them, I mean, they've got some out there with some nice build threads. They're really awesome systems.
Great price on it.
But yeah,
Great
and
price.
it is. It's a great price, but it'll be nice to be able to actually show one the details of it
course.
and that series a little bit
Yeah.
better. So those will special delivery to Waterbox today.
Yeah, I know we've got a lot going on.
So we
and
need
I'm
to-
telling you,
yeah.
It's so, 2019, man. I'm telling you, it's going to be massive. If you've been thinking about an aquarium, now's the time. I mean, this year, you're going to have to set the target, right, of what you want.
I thought 2018 was a big year for Waterbox. Oh man.
Listen, we're just getting started. But I always say,
2019.
set the target big, guys. If you figure out what tank you want, you know what I mean? Like, hey man, I really want that 190. All right, man, set the target. Tell yourself, that's my goal. I'm gonna do everything I can to get that tank.
This is your year
Hey,
for a
maybe
Waterbox.
it's 6 months from now. But
Yeah.
hey, chip away at it, boom,
Yep.
guaranteed. Everybody needs a water box, I'm telling you. But I guess that's it, man. I guess we're
This is an easy, simple one.
easy, simple, man. I mean, don't get any easier than that.
No.
I mean, we're here hooking up MP40s. It's a good day.
It is a good day.
It's a good day.
Tanks will
But
be
we're
happy.
also going to keep going. There's a couple more things I want to do. I want to put the new NIOS reactor, the torque reactor.
Oh yes, yes. I can't wait to see that run
Yeah,
in. That's
so
gonna be really
we're going
nice.
to do, maybe next week, we're going to go ahead and get that going. We're also going to be out of the studio in a couple weeks as on location, on a mystery
Ooh,
location that we're going to.
mystery.
So we'll showcase that. We're going to talk about roller mats. I know a lot of people asking about the roller mat.
Yeah, we do have a lot of people always asking support about roller mats and if they fit and they're compatible with
Yeah.
the Waterbox. So it'd be good to
So
highlight
we're
that.
we're gonna tell everybody which model fits in which unit if you want to go that route.
Looking forward to our cord management.
Cord management is another big one we have to do.
If you have not joined our Waterbox group on
Yes.
Facebook, dude,
Great.
you have to come join it. Waterbox Aquarium's official group, and we have people doing the coolest stuff with
So
their
cool.
stand. Like
So cool.
we've one recently for Scott. Like he's on his dry side. He's got actually a door that opens and everything's
Opens.
behind it. All these things are mounted and it's
So clean.
beautiful, lit.
I love it.
You know, they're doing some beautiful stuff. So we have to really step up our game for some cord management when it comes
I'm ready.
time.
Come
'cause,
on now.
They're
I'm
doing
ready.
some good stuff over there. But do join our Facebook
Yeah.
group. It's an awesome group and lots of beautiful builds going on right now.
Excellent, excellent. Guys, we will see you next Wednesday. Thank you for tuning in. Have a great day.
Bye.